What is up, guys? How's it going? What's up, guys? So today it is a Friday and I'm here at my appointment, and just wanted to talk to you guys. I know that I posted on a Facebook group. If you guys aren't part of the pulmonary hypertension Facebook group, I asked you guys what kind of questions you guys have when it came to the lung transplants. And yeah, so I'm just gonna give you what my experience was when I had my lung transplant, the whole process and everything like that. So one of you guys asked if it hurts, and that's kind of a funny question. I'm not awake during the procedure, right? But when you wake up, you definitely feel the effects. I'm not gonna say it's like really bad or anything like that, but for me, I was pretty much okay. It was pretty loopy, and yeah, and you know, they drug you up pretty well, give you lots of pain medication and whatnot, so that you're not in pain, and they control that really well. At least again, this is from my experience. They controlled my pain very well. They handled my pain excellent. I had a little clicker, and yeah, that helped me out a lot. Let's see. Some of you guys asked me how long I waited. Yeah. Okay. So it's, when you really think about it, I probably waited about a year and a half. And the reason why I say that is because before I actually got put on the list, I had to do some things to prove that I was worthy of a lung transplant, because my mindset wasn't right, my attitude wasn't right, and it just wasn't clicking. And if I were to get the lung transplant then, which I understand now, you know, I'd probably be, the lungs that I have now would probably have gone to waste already. So they wanted to make sure that I was on my mind set was right, and that I could handle the responsibility of receiving new lungs. Because, you know, when you're receiving new lungs, it truly is a gift. Yeah, it truly is a gift, and you know, you don't want to take it for granted, for sure. And if you do, man, that's horrible. That's horrible. But yeah, so a year, I'm gonna say a year and a half, right? I didn't actually get put on the list until a year after, right? So when I got put on the list, I was actually on the list for a week. Can you believe that? 1 week. Actually, maybe 2 weeks. No, I think it was a week. No, 2 weeks. I don't know. Let's just say a week to make it more dramatic, right? But it was a week. I got the call, and yeah, I remember it. I remember it very well. I was at Target. I was with my wife and kid, lugging around my oxygen tank, and I get this phone call from UCSD. It said, "Jeremy, you've been having a pretty busy month, or pretty exciting month." I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Who's this?" And they were like, "This is, I don't know, I think his name is John. This is John from UCSD. I was like, "Oh." And then I was like, "Oh." He's like, "Yeah, buddy, come on in. I think we might have a set of lungs for you." I was like, "Oh, gosh." And I'm yelling in Target, Charlotte, come on. They got new lungs. Let's go. And I remember on the ride away, because we had to drop off my daughter with my parents, and I was like, just so many like emotions going on through my head. I was like, oh man, what if this is a dud? Because there are times when you can get called in for a new set of lungs, but if the doctor looks at it and they're bruised up or they're messed up somehow, you can be sent back home. Apparently, there's a guy here at UCSD that was sent home like 8 times already. So just imagine that. That's that's gotta be a roller coaster ride. But you know what? At the end of it, it's gonna be. I feel really bad for this individual, but at the same time, I know that in the end, it's gonna be the best roller coaster ride he's ever had. Hindsight, right? But I don't know. Anyways, I didn't really think I was gonna get the lungs, but sure enough, they were perfect. They were a match for me. Some of you asked, like, what is the process? Well, you got to do the I forget what it's called, but you do have to qualify for the lung transplant. So you have to go through a series of tests, which can take well, I knocked mine out within a week. And the reason why was because I was living in Las Vegas and I didn't want to drive back and forth, throughout the months. So I think it's about a week worth of tests that you have to do. You get your blood drawn, you do a walking test, you do your breathing test, just to see how sick you are or how qualified you are to receive new lungs. I'm assuming that's the same thing for any kind of transplant. You're gonna have to go through some series of tests, and the tests aren't bad. The only thing I don't like, which I'm pretty sure some of you guys have had, is called a gas something test. It's where they draw blood right here, right here, and oh man, it fucking hurts. But yeah, that was the one thing I didn't like. But they do that, and then after the transplant, they do that a lot too, which sucks because I don't like that. I'm okay with having my blood drawn, but I don't like having it drawn there. But yeah, let's see. What other questions did you guys ask? Some of you guys asked what other, or how bad my pulmonary hypertension was. They said it was mild, but obviously it was not, because even though numbers say one thing, I felt totally different. I had my oxygen on full blast every single time, and I was just getting more and more in fatigue, and it's just I don't want to say how bad my situation was, but I guess that doesn't really matter, because look, it really all depends on your doctors and what they think is good for you, right? Or what they know would probably benefit you. So I say that, I was pretty bad, especially me being like an independent type of person. I always wanted to get out and do things on my own. I would even go to the gym when my daughter was a baby, she was I don't know, a few months old, and I would go to the gym, right? And I'd have to carry her, which was really stressful on my body then, right? And carry my oxygen tank around, and then do my workout, and then go back and pick her up. And dude, it was, oh man, I just remember the whole process. It would take 3 hours just to go to the gym, and but I did it, because I knew that I had to stay active. Yeah. Oh yeah, some people were wondering if you had any diet restrictions. Yes, you do have diet restrictions. Can't have sushi, can't have anything raw. I can't have any type of mushrooms or anything like that. Let's see, what else? There is something else. What is that called? That citrus thing? What is it? It's not an orange. What is it called? It's that big citrus orange thing. Grapefruit. Can't have grapefruit because of my medications. I can't have that. And pretty sure some other stuff. Oh, my food has to be cooked well. Fruits and vegetables have to be washed thoroughly. You just have to take that extra precaution when it comes to food, because you don't want to risk yourself with infection. Um, let's see. Somebody else asked. I remember. Hold on, real quick. Sorry, I should have wrote this down, but I'm waiting here at the doctor's, so I just thought I'd do this. Some of you guys asked. Dang, I forgot. I just had the question in my head too. Don't you hate when you do that? Yeah. Okay, I was talking about food, right? I was talking about food and how that's restricted. Oh, you can't smoke, obviously, right? I just threw that in there because because I just want to state the obvious. Don't fuck up these lungs, man. And here's the thing. I just want to I'm gonna go off tangent here. Some of you guys probably messed up your own lungs on your own. And I'm talking about you smokers. And I'm not judging. I used to smoke too. But my doctor says that, it wasn't me. I was smoking. I wasn't a long enough smoker to have like pH be like smoking wouldn't be the cause of what my pH was. But I think that's I'm saying that's BS because I really do feel that I did this to myself. So if you guys get these lungs, don't fuck it up, man. I'm telling you, don't ruin this second chance of being able to breathe normally, walk upstairs and do all that shit. All right, please don't. Let's see, what else? I don't know. Oh, how many medications do I take? Okay. I'm gonna say about 10 pills, right? 10 medications, 10 to 15. So I say 10 to 15, but the actual amount of medications I take per day, it's over 10 right now. Yeah, I take them every day. Every day. Don't skip that shit. All right? Every day. And yeah, it's nothing really to gripe about. I mean, it's really fast to take a pill and swallow and go about your way, right? So my afternoon dose is like, I have like, I don't know, like 10 pills or something like that. I was taking them one at a time, right? In the beginning. Then I started taking 2 and then 3. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to take all 10 of these. So now I take all 10 of them at the same time. And I'm done. So if you can learn how to do that, just do that. You'll save yourself some time. But yeah, it doesn't take long to take medication, guys. Pop it in your mouth, swallow it, you're done. All right. Nobody really talks about, or nobody is asked about like, oh no, somebody asked me, what does it feel like to be able to breathe again? Like normally. And you know what? I've only had one experience where I really felt the difference. And that was when I got out of hospital. I came outside, took a breath of fresh air, a deep breath in. And as I was doing that, there was a slight breeze coming in. And I was able to, take in that breeze at the same time. So, and the only thing that I can say was like, there was just like this euphoric feeling of being filled with oxygen. That's about it. I didn't have, it wasn't like I don't know if you guys seen that video where the lady, they take out the, I don't know what the tube is called, the incubating tape. Intubating, whatever, that tube out of her mouth, and she's like, oh, I can breathe. It's so awesome. No, that's, okay, I don't know if that video is fake or not, but I'm going to tell you right now from all the doctors told me and what I've learned is that that's the first damn thing that comes out. And in that video, that lady, that's the last, it seems like that's the last tube that's taken out of her. And she didn't have many tubes, which kind of upsets me because I had a shitload of tubes, guys. I had tubes in my neck, right? I had them everywhere. But, yeah, and I really don't see the difference just like breathing, right? Well, let me think about it. Okay. So yeah, I do. Now that I think about it, yeah, there is a difference. But what really one thing that was like really hard for me to like learn to do again, or something I was having difficulties with, was since I was on oxygen all the time. During the first few weeks, I would still wear oxygen, and the reason why was because I just kind of felt like I couldn't remember. My body didn't remember how to breathe on its own. You know what I mean? Like taking a deep breath. Like when I had pulmonary hypertension, what the hell would that do? Nothing, right? But um, yeah, I would wake up and I'd be like, like I couldn't remember how to breathe, and it sounds weird because when you're on oxygen, it's just kind of like the oxygen's just pouring into you, and yeah, I kind of felt like there's a lot of times where I felt like I just didn't know how to breathe again, or I forgot how to breathe, and I just didn't know how to take in a deep breath. And I learned that if I learned how to just take big deep breaths in and blow out, that would get my mind right, and I wouldn't be so worried about it. And yeah, so that was pretty crazy. Yeah, just learning how to breathe again was crazy. uh, I can For those of you guys that are like really considering doing a lung transplant, I have nothing but good things to say. Some people will say one thing, some people will say others, but that's up to you to decide. It's I don't want to say that it's a gamble. I'm gonna say that it's an investment into your quality of life. And you guys have no idea how much better my life is now. But yeah. Anyways, yeah. So if you guys consider doing it, do it. Consult with your doctor and see what they say. You know. I was very fortunate and very blessed. I didn't have to wait very long after I got on the list. I did have to go through my time of like, my what was it, when they were like testing to see if I was really serious about it. But yeah, look at me now. I'm all grown up. Oh yeah, and I'm fat now too. I'm a little bit fatter. I came out of the I came out of the hospital at 130 pounds. Now I'm at 166. Is that 166? I don't know, something like that. But I did put on some weight, and then that's due to the prednisone that I'm on, which is kind of weird because I'm not on like a high dosage. I've been on a way like higher dosage before. I've been up to like 120 milligrams in the morning and night. That's like how high, like that's how much prednisone I was taking back in the day. And that wasn't for pulmonary hypertension, that was for something else. But yeah, I don't know. Well, guys, I think that's all the questions that you guys had. If you have any more, please leave them in the comments section. I'll get back to you, maybe in a video. Yeah, it's really nice today out in San Diego, even though it's gloomy. Gloomy as hell. All right, all right, guys. Take care. God bless. Peace out.